I'm rolling. First day of film, first episode. Episode 1. We're about to get in tune. We're about to get started, y'all. So I just want to give y'all a little clip of behind the scenes, because, yeah. Sliz!
Hey, Vasados made this.
Yeah. Okay. Sliz Talk, the podcast. Sliz Talk, the podcast. Episode 1, y'all. We made it. We made it. We here. We got the angles. We got the lights. We got the mics. We got God. And that's all we need, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I've been really wanting to do this podcast for a long time. Like, a long time. And then actually, when I really think about it, I've been, like, recording myself. I've been, like, talking, like, doing, like, little audio recordings on my phone. Like, you know them old cameras from back in the days? Like, I was literally, like, flipping them around, recording myself. Low-key already potted and already just expressing myself in ways when no one was around. So I really been wanting to do this, and I'm excited for it. Like I said, I'd be nervous about simple things that I know I got. Like, I know I got this. I know I got this vision for a reason. Like, God didn't give me this vision for no reason at all. Everything happens for a reason. And I just let the enemy get into my head. Maybe it's the enemy. Maybe it's myself. That's why I really understand that quote, me versus me. Because y'all, and I know y'all know, and if you don't know, let me give you some insight. You will have a whole vision in your head, a whole plan, and you know it's something so much bigger than you because you never thought this way before. Like, you probably had like little glimpse of it, but you was too afraid to even conjure the thought. And then out of nowhere one day you have the whole plan. Like, you have the whole plan of what you do step by step, and then suddenly you gotta make certain sacrifices to do it, but you feel that deep inside of you, like, this is the sacrifices I gotta do to do these things. And once you get into the mode of doing it, now you're second guessing. Now it's like, I don't know if I should do this for real. Now it's like, will people judge me? Of course, you know people judge me, but it's like, will people, you know what I'm saying? It's just all those different thoughts, and generally we don't think about it like that, but that's the enemy psyching you out. That's that me versus me, because honestly, it's not me versus me, baby. I'm working with myself. Me and I, we in collaboration. It should never be me versus me. Once it become that me versus me, then it's that self-conflict. I'm getting a little bit veering off, but that's really how I've been feeling lately. That's the space I've been in, just trying to just stay steadfast on the plan and what God has brought to me. So Sliz Talk is something that I've been wanting to do. It's something that been a thing. Like, Sliz been a thing. I've okay. So let me back up. Okay, the meaning of Sliz, SLIZ, successful, the S, legendary, the L, individuals, the I, and the Z is just to spice it up because it's more than just I. It's individuals. It's multiple. It's a lot of us. It's a community, baby, and we're all successful. We're all legendaries, working and collaborating at the top. So that's really what I wanted to cultivate, especially with Sliz Talk, the podcast. I wanted to bring an energy where people that is successful, people that are legendary in certain aspects, they can come together and have somewhere to talk, like, not dance around things and answer questions, like, to genuinely conversate amongst people. Like, that's what I really wanted. And I feel like growing up, not to say I didn't have that, but I didn't feel comfortable to do that either. I felt like, you know, the whole child stay in the kid's place type of thing. So I felt like I didn't have the certain qualifications to speak up in certain conversations, or I felt like I knew too much for the environment I was in, and I didn't want to speak out or be a certain type of way and be judged or just picked on. Because honestly, the smart girl, they always say the smart girl got all her friends, but the smart girl is the most hated on. The pretty girl is the most hated on. Like, let's be, like, you know what I'm saying? It's always a downfall with every blessing. So, well, I wouldn't say downfall, but it's always a backside to every blessing. So that's how Sliz Talk was created to me. I first heard the term, my dad saying it. And that's the thing, back in the day, Sliz was like, it had such a negative notation. Like, to be Sliz was to It was like that one TikTok. You know that TikTok, they be like, it's like, they'll say like a whole bunch of like bad stuff about the person. And then they'll be like, but they got that shit on though. Or something like that. That's like how Sliz, like, if you was Sliz, like, no one was able to predict the things that you would do, but they couldn't lie. Like, you was getting to that bag, or you was very successful, or whatever the case may be. So, I don't know, I just always been different, and I always just looked at things a different type of way. So when I heard the term Sliz, and then I met the people that they called Sliz, like these Sliz people. Don't get me wrong, some people was very terrible people. Like, I'm not, if you didn't rob your grandma to get put on and then start telling 15-year-olds to sell drugs, those are not the people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about those people. But I'm talking about the people that literally like carried out with what they wanted to do, and they was successful with it, and they had their boundaries, and they'll cut a motherfucker off if you're not trying to get on this bus because the bus about to leave, type of thing. And they'll be like, damn, they don't care, like, they don't give a fuck, like, they don't care about me, type thing. But growing up, I just always look at those type of people like, dang, like, they kind of, like, they have boundaries. Like, at the end of the day, they know what they want out of life, and nothing that you're doing or saying is gonna stop them. And I just, like, admired that growing up, and I really felt like that was just something that I wanted to obtain myself. So, Sliz was just something that I just kind of, I think they call it acronym. I think it's an acronym. Lord have mercy, don't get me wrong. What is it? Like, what? We about to get what it is when it's like abbreviation. An abbreviation. Basically, Sliz is an abbreviation for successful legendary individuals. Basically, I just came up with my own brand and then just took the term, kind of spelled it kind of different, mixed it up a little bit, mixed and matched it to where it would sound best, look best. And we got the Sliz podcast. Like, y'all, I am so excited. Like, I'm so excited. One, just because, like I said, I've always been a speaker. Like, I've always been a speaker. I've always been a camera person. I've always been a person that was ready to obtain knowledge. Like, I really was a kid that loved school. In high school, I loved school. Now, you know, certain things happen for me. You start doing teams and so whatnot. And you start, like, your focus starts shifting or whatever. But, like, I love knowledge. Like, genuinely, I really, really do. So, like, having the ability to speak, and then having the ability to learn all of these things, you begin to be pointed as or looked as a know-it-all. Like, or just someone who just, like, you know, like, just someone is like, you know everything, you feel like you have everything figured out, and sometimes that's hard for people to accept. And I really truly don't understand it. Like, you feel me? Because sometimes you can't have a misunderstanding with somebody. But I love when I see a light in another person. Like, I love when I meet someone and I'm like, dang, you have that. Like, you can do it. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. I love when I meet people like that. Even when we have misunderstandings, I'm like, I see so much potential in you. I want to try to understand where is our misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying? Because you think of things kind of different from me. So I just didn't feel comfortable sharing that with everyone, if that makes sense. Like, I was a great musician. I feel like even when I was a kid, a very talented singer. I always knew how to rap, always loved instruments and stuff like that, but just certain things I just really didn't feel comfortable sharing my light with people. Like, family, my close friends and stuff, they knew, but, like, I wasn't really, like, recording myself talk and posting it on social media. Like, back then, Vine was popping, so, like, people used to tell me, like, you're so funny, you should do Vine, you should do this, you should do that, you should post your shit on Instagram. Like, I remember in high school, I had this whole persona as, like, Nabo. This is when Lil Yachty first came out, and, like, Lil Boat was, like, at his all-time peak. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing, and it wasn't even no weird fetish thing going on. Like, that was my brother. Like, genuinely, I knew that, like, his soul just probably went, like, to, like, the wrong family or something. Like, or probably the right family at the time, because who am I to say? I mean, who knows? Maybe I was in the wrong family. So I know, but I just really felt like such a closeness with him. Like, I really felt like me and Lil Yachty was like fucking spirit animals or something. Like, this is when I was like freshman and sophomore in high school. So I literally named myself Nabo. Like, if you know my real name, you know where the Nay comes from. But I literally named myself Nabo. And I just didn't like, my people used to tell me like, bro, if you don't get on Instagram, you need to be uploading freestyles and uploading your music and stuff like this. You know, in high school they had that whole like SoundCloud wave, and that was like, girl, you better get up on it, you better hop on it, you're a female, you're dope, you're hard. And I just didn't feel the confidence to like put myself out there. Like, I just always felt not even the fear of being judged, but the fear of, one, not being good enough, or like I said, it's that constant battle with being good enough, but genuinely not being like, not being respected or being protected because you're good at what you do. And this is something that I was going through as a kid, and I noticed like, damn, like I'll go around certain people and I'm not respected, I'm not protected, or just they're not nice to me. Like, that's just plain out. They're real life mean as hell to me because I'm good at what I do. So, like, you know, you go through shit, you learn, you grow. Thank God for God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And it's not even an act. I mean, dead serious thank you, God, because it's like the deliverance that is behind just falling in faith, like, falling in faith authentically. Like, because sometimes you can really be like, oh, I'm walking in faith, but when you fall, where you falling? You falling back to your ex. You falling back to that drink. You falling back to that, whatever that is you're paying for you. But are you really falling in the faith that even though I fail, I know that what I'm doing, I can do it? Like, when I say Sliz Talk the podcast, it was a podcast before I knew it was a podcast. Like, I was doing interviews on High Street. We got like a campus in Ohio. If you ever been to Columbus, you know what I'm talking about. Because for one, it just showed two different aspects of people in general that has influence, that has the platform, that has the gift. But it also showed me like the power of just speaking. Like, just the power of speaking your truth, the power of helping someone through words. Like, honestly, music is a huge thing for me, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The people that really know me, I got about like 100 songs, and no faking. 100 songs, more than half of them are recorded, and I only have 2 songs released. That's like genuinely only 2 songs are released, and I be thinking about deleting them often. So therefore, my point that I'm making is, it be hard to share your testimony through speech sometimes. Not everyone, but it's hard to share your testimony. Like, you can talk to yourself about it, yes, but then when you tell other people about it, sometimes that can be difficult. Sometimes it can be so difficult to where when you see the next motherfucker doing it, you be like, wow. Definitely didn't mean that. But you'll be like, wow, like a real life, wow, like I can do that. And I've had that testimony so many times with people, watching people, listening to people's music, listening to people's poetry, and I'm like, I know I have these gifts within myself, and it would be selfish not to share those things. So, we're falling in faith, y'all. Sliz Talk, the podcast, is here. It's alive. It's a plant. It's growing, and it's beautiful, and it's huge. And it's really going to be a big deal. Like I said, I'm really excited to see where this is going to take us. Honestly, like I said, the audio is going to be on Apple. I'm really trying to get it on the radio station here at the studio that I record at. So it could be on 2 different stations, multiple places to listen. But the visual will be on Instagram. If you're watching now, you know where's it at. WOOTTOW. It's right here, babes. It's right here. We episode 1. I'm really trying to think, is there anything else I really wanted to touch? We did it, y'all. Episode 1. It really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. And I genuinely challenge you next time you do something like difficult. Or let's be honest, baby, it ain't really that difficult because you're good at it. It ain't really that difficult because you're good at it. And even better, God is on your side. So it's really not that hard. It's just the fact that you're in your head. So next time you do something that you were in your head to do it, really ask yourself, like, was it that bad? Like, was it that bad? And then if it was no, it wasn't that bad. Even if it was yes, it was that bad. Like, it was actually terrible. Do it again anyways. And I ain't talking about, like, drugs or anything, like fentanyl or anything, or Percocet, obviously not. Like, because I'm like, yeah, it was terrible, and woot said, do it again. No, I'm saying anything that generally pulls you closer to your purpose, anything that pulls you closer to what God has in store for you, that can genuinely replenish you, like, that pours into you. You do a lot of pouring. I do a lot of pouring. Glass gotta be half empty or full. One or the other. It can't be nothing in there. So therefore you gotta get something that pours into you as well. And just try to be like as transparent as possible, because honey, that's what I'm doing on this mug. And you might as well grab your mug, and on the winter nights you're gonna have hot chocolate. On the summer nights you may have a little tequila. Oh, no, seriously, I want to talk about this. When I'm talking about a little bit of tequila, I am really genuinely going on a fast. I'm going on a fast after Mother's Day. Y'all, I'm going fast after Mother's Day just because I know Mother's Day, I got a lot of things planned for my mom, and it's my friend's mother's birthday too, so they got a lot of stuff planned too, and Cinco de Mayo's coming up. Alright, look, I'm going on a fast from Mother's Day till Juneteenth. Wait, when's Mother's Day? Ooh, child, nobody come for me. Don't come for me, because I got a lot in my head. I got a lot on my mind, baby. Hold on. Mother's Day is the 12th. So, yeah, Mother's Day to Juneteenth, I'm going on a fast. I'm going on a fast. If y'all don't know, I do smoke, so I'm going on a fast. No smoking. No smoking, no drinking. I think that's like, what, 3 weeks? It's going to be like 3. Let me count for real. Let me stop fucking with it. Okay, from 12, so it'll be Monday, is like the 13th is like when it would start. Well, okay, I'm gonna start it on 12, like I said. See what I'm saying? You trying to talk yourself out of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You trying to talk yourself out of stuff that you know you need to do. On Sunday, damn, Mother's Day is that day though. After Mother's Day, y'all, I'm sorry. I don't know if she gonna, her mom's birthday, my friend's mom's birthday is on the 11th. We have things planned. Mother's Day is the 12th. We have things planned. I can't dibble dabble. I really don't have to do too much, but I know me. I just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So starting the 13th, so that's week 1 to the 20th. That's week 2 to the 27th. That's week 3 to the 3rd. That's 4. 4 weeks. A whole month. I'm going to give myself a whole month of nothing. Like, of nothing. And I'm super, super excited. I really don't feel like I need to fast off food. I genuinely don't, because I don't overeat as it is. I'm a vegetarian. I try to eat as clean as possible. But then again, girl, I'm only like 115. I'm like 120 soaking wet. I'm 120 when I'm doing good. I'm not missing a meal. And I genuinely, like, if God tell me to do that, when God tell me to do that, then I will fast on food. But until then, girl, I'm eating. I feel like God is telling me to fast on the tequila and the reefer. So I'm gonna give myself 4 weeks after Mother's Day of nothing. So y'all gonna be on that journey as well. I'm excited to be on here and talk to y'all, because honestly, I'm gonna need to talk my way through it, walk my way through it, and if I fall, I'm gonna fall in faith. I'm gonna fall in faith. But I'm so excited for this podcast, y'all. I'm so excited for the future. If you made it this far, girl, yeah. Looking in the future, things in the future. I'm trying to not give so much, but baby, we got some guests, we got some topics, we got a lot of things to talk about, and a lot of things to just explore together. So I'm excited for that. Thank you for tuning in to episode 1. Y'all did it. Y'all did it. Thank you for tuning into episode 1. I hope you had a great time. I hope anything that I said in this mug helped you at least a little bit. Like if all of it was just all of it. At least I hope a part of it, a section of it, a segment of it, genuinely you got to get some type of matter. Something that genuinely, like, that matters to you. Something that can help you in your life. Don't look too much at my nails because I am going to get them fixed. And that is that. Audio, I'm talking to the people who can see the visual. So if you listening to the audio, go to YouTube right now, WOOTCOOW, so you can see the audio. And if you want a visual and you want to get some audio, go to Apple, get the. I'm really thinking about if I should make a Patreon or not, because a lot of people is like, you can get exclusive content and exclusive, like, interviews and stuff there, and it's way more private. Y'all know your girl's very private. If you don't know, well, I'm letting you know. I'm just getting more into sharing. So therefore, I feel like we're going to do this. I might make a Patreon. I might not. I'll let y'all know. I'll keep y'all in tune. But like I said, I hope you got something that can help you for the future. Again, this was episode 1. We did it. A Sliz Talk the podcast. Ta-ra.